All right, so this is video 2, working with swing or groove in Ableton, and we're going to talk about why most of the time when we bring a new top loop into our project and try and assign the groove that we've been working with, it sounds like shit. We're also going to talk about 2 ways to fix it. So first thing, when we're bringing a new top loop into our project, most of the time they already have some type of swing built into the audio sample, like it's already baked in. I'm going to zoom in, and if this loop has any swing to it already, the notes won't be lined up on the grid. So let's zoom in a little bit, and I can already tell, right? Like this note right here, it's pushed back from the grid a little bit. Same with this one here, and that tells me that this top loop already has swing baked into the audio. So if we then go to our groove pool here and we choose swing logic 16ths and we hit commit, you'll see that it even moves it like farther off grid. So the important point here is that Ableton can only assign swing to things that are fully quantized to start with. There are 2 workarounds for this. Option number 1 is we can obviously move these manually. So if I was going to do that, I'd probably create a cut, zoom in, turn off the grid by pressing Command 4, and then if I hold Option and Shift, I can kind of scrub through the audio and move it around until it's lined up perfectly with the actual groove that I want, and I have kind of a reference for where the note should start just above it with my 16th hats here. So I'd want to make sure that this transient is lining up exactly with the start of that MIDI note, and then I'll know it's grooving with the rest of my drums. And again, you'd want to be looking at each of these drum hits. Likewise, you can do it in the audio editor itself. So I'd create a couple of points, turn off the grid, and then if you hold Shift and Option, you can move it around a point. And again, I'm looking here to see and make sure that it's perfectly lined up. The other way that's a little bit faster that I like to do it is hopping into the audio window here, pressing Command A to select all, Command I to create warp markers, and then Command U to quantize. The point of this step is to quantize the beat, so it's fully on the grid. And you'll just have to double check that Ableton quantized everything properly. It looks like I need to move a couple over. Now that it's fully on grid, we can go into this Ableton groove pool, choose the swing that we're working with, and if we hit commit, it should move these notes over the perfect amount so they line up with the rest of our drums. Now if we play this with the rest of our beat, it feels cohesive and it's grooving with the rest of our drums. There's a little bit more that I want to cover on working with grooves in Ableton, but I'll do that in a future video. Until then, hope this helps.